All right, biology folks. This video is going to go over one of the assignments for week 2, which is to create a Venn diagram for bacteria versus viruses. And I just wanted to give a little insight on this. So the whole reason why we're doing this is because obviously we're living in a situation where there's a virus, and it is a very contagious virus, and it can actually be a deadly virus. And so it's common in society anyway that people get bacteria and viruses all mixed up all the time. And I just felt, as your biology teacher, it is important that I share with you this knowledge, especially at this time when you're having to work from home and not go to school and see your friends, and try to get some more information about why this is happening. Okay. And you know me, I'm not the kind of person who just throws information at you and goes, all right, read it or watch it. Good. Got it. All right, let's move on. No, I expect you to do something with it. So speaking of what you're having to do this week, let's go to the online notebook to take a peek of what I'm asking you to do. All right, so we are looking at week 2. Again, office hours are going to be from 2 to 3 p.m. each day, Monday through Friday. You can click on this button right here to go to those office hours between 2 and 3. If you are not able to get to this online notebook, this information right here will be sent on a Jupyter message earlier in the week. So go find that Jupyter message. You can get the link. You can also get a phone number. I haven't tried the phone number, but hey, give it a shot. You can just call in and be on the phone if you have any questions or you just want to hear what people are talking about. Okay, so topics this week: what is a virus and how does it work? What we're going to focus on is virus versus bacteria. So your first assignment is down here, assignment number 1, prior knowledge. This is where I wanted you to share just your thoughts on what COVID-19 is, things you know about it, things you don't know about it, things you've heard, just to get that down on paper. After you're done with that, before you jump into this stuff, we're going to do some video watching. Okay, so assignment number 2 is to create a Venn diagram, but you shouldn't be creating the Venn diagram until you have watched all or a significant amount of these videos and read this article. There's information in all these things that can help you with this Venn diagram, but there'll also be information on all these videos that will be part of the quiz at the end of the week. So make sure you watch the videos. You want to take notes? I'm all for it. Go for it. You don't have to take notes. At least I'm not going to be checking any kind of notes. But those videos are there. I've watched them. I think they're pretty decent to at least kind of give you an idea of what a virus looks like, what a bacteria looks like. And there's actually videos of viruses attacking bacteria. And that is true. Viruses do attack bacteria. So you can kind of see the difference when they're both on the screen at the same time. Okay, so this video will be listed right here, video how to create a Venn diagram. That's what we're doing right now. So after I've watched all these videos, I am ready to make my Venn diagram. So how do I do that? So let's jump over to our camera here. All right, and zoom in. What do we need? We are going to need a blank sheet of paper. If you have one with no lines, that would be great. If all you got is the kind with lines, that's fine too. Ruler might be helpful. Pen is what you need. So you got those 3 things. You are ready to go. Let's get the focus on this thing. Good. Okay. So again, I'm going to go landscape. You can go this way. Honestly, I don't think it works too good that way. Landscape seems to be a lot better. So top right corner, going to put our name. This is biology. And let's say, let's give period 5 a shout out this time around, okay? All right. And like I said, everything you turn in for me, you're going to be taking pictures of, so it's good that you have your name, but I also need, yes, a title. I'm going to need a title on this thing. A lot of people don't like to write without a line, so let's make that line. All right. Venn diagram. Why is it called a Venn diagram? Named after the dude who came up with it, would be my guess. And then this is about viruses versus bacteria. If you've done Venn diagrams before, it's not so much a lot of work as much as it is some thinking. Oh my gosh, you got to think. Yeah, you got to think. That's how it works. All right, let's zoom out of this a little bit so you can see the whole page. Okay, so you're going to take up the whole page here. So we're going to draw two circles. One circle is going to be about half the page. One circle is going to be about half the page. And make sure you leave enough space in the middle where they overlap. What do I mean? All right. And they don't have to be perfect circles. Don't feel like you have to go perfect circles. But I would go something like, not too bad. Okay. And so what are we looking at here? This is a circle, this is a circle. So these are like two different pieces of information. This is the, we're going to label it. I'm going to label this the bacteria. This is the bacteria circle or the bacteria world. And this one is going to be the virus circle or the virus world. And so this is all the information about viruses. This is all the information about bacteria. Where they overlap, where the two circles overlap each other, is information that both bacteria and viruses have. So what goes in here, you don't have to add this, but this is for your knowledge. What goes in here is things both viruses and bacteria both have or both do. Okay. A little cloud around that. Oh, bottom of the page, bottom page. Okay. So if it's something that is in bacteria and is in a virus, you should put it here. If it's something that's only to a virus, that's going to go in here. So over here are things only happen with viruses. Clouds. Okay, so then what's over here? Well, there's only bacteria here. So these are things only happen with bacteria. Now, if you want to set this up before you do the movie, hey, that makes sense. So you can just have this thing ready to go. And then as you watch stuff on the movie, you can just write it in. All right, couple things I'm going to throw out to you. Okay, so what do we know about bacteria? Okay, bacteria are large. They're about the size of a cell. Okay, before I write that in here, I got to ask, are viruses large and about the size of the cell? No, they are not. They're small. So I would say bacteria is large size of a cell. Okay, notice it's not a complete sentence. It doesn't need to be. Bullet points are good to kind of separate things out. So if this is large, then I come over here, I say, all right, well, what is this? This is small. Okay, and then I'm going to say, all right, what else do I know about viruses? Viruses attack living cells. Okay, do bacteria attack living cells? Sometimes. Most of the videos didn't show that though. So I'm going to leave it with just viruses. So I'm going to say attack living cells because bacteria are cells. So they won't attack another cells. Kind of squeeze them out for nutrients and take over the area and kind of mess things up. They don't really attack them. Okay. All right. So that's something only to virus. That's something only bacteria. Obviously your list is going to be much longer than this. I'm probably looking at somewhere between at least 5 to 6 bullet points. And over here should be longer too. 5 to 6 more bullet points. Okay. In the middle, what are things they both have? Okay. Bacteria have DNA inside of them. Viruses have DNA inside of them. So I'm going to put that in the middle here. So contain DNA. Because they both have that. I noticed on the videos that whenever a bacteria was in the body, they called it an infection, and anytime there's a virus in the body, they call it infection. So it's funny to use the word infection, but it doesn't tell you what kind of an infection it is. So I'm going to say, all right, when in body, both called infection. Okay. And again, you should have some more writing right here. I'd probably say like another at least 3 to 4 bullets as well. Again, this is going to be something you're going to be able to have out when you're taking your quiz. You can just look at it. So save yourself the time of having to watch the videos again and again and again. Just have this all made. Take a picture of it, turn it in, and then you can also have this out when you take your quiz on Jupyter. It's going to be a real easy assignment. Just 5 to 6 total here, maybe 6 to 7 here, maybe 3 to 4 here. Make sure it's titled and labeled properly and easy to read, but not much of work, like I said, but thinking, that's the key. Lots of thinking. So when you're working on the assignment, when you're watching those videos, think, what do bacteria have in common with viruses? What do bacteria have different than viruses? What do viruses have different than the bacteria? And that will help you make your Venn diagram. Easy peasy. All right, you're all done.